Right, folks. I hope you come back. Hope you've not left us. I was a bit more than 3 minutes, wasn't I? Somebody had to get changed. Well done to Mark. Good job. We've switched in for Anthea for the low impact class. So we're going to do a very similar session to last week. So we're going to do there's 4 moves in a round. We'll do each move for 30 seconds with 15 seconds recovery, and we'll do them twice through. There is no jumping, okay? You will work hard and you will work most of your body. So there's some lower body, upper body, and some core, but there'll be no impact, but you can still work really hard. I was disappointingly exhausted after this session last week. So push yourself as hard as you can. If you want an introductory session, then this is a good one to begin at, and just rein it back a little bit and kind of monitor the pace and work a little bit more steady. If you've been doing loads of classes, then this is a good one to do, so you're not hammering your joints, but you can still get a good workout. So we'll take a little easy march or jog on the spot. Just don't run, just lift your knees up nice and steady and move those arms overhead. So we'll do a short warm up and then we'll get into the work. So your arms back. Good. So keep moving, bring your arms across your body. Just keep your knees lifting up and down. You're not running, you're just lifting your legs. Good. And last couple. All right. Then just lift your knees up. So knee to elbow. So raise that knee and bring the arm up and across. So nice and steady. Just tap that foot down and lift that leg up. Keep the shoulders and arms moving too, so we're warming those up at the same time. Good. And then bring your heels to your bum and then come across your chest. So hands come forward together and your elbows come back. So fists come together and then pull your elbows back. Not too violently. Ooh, shoulders. This isn't a million push-ups in lockdown. All right, last couple. Then we're going to go into a squat. So set your feet hip width apart, slightly wider maybe, and then just come nice and easy up and down. So push your bottom back and then press your hands down and away as you rise. Good. We're going to do a few more here and then we're going to go into a reverse lunge. So last 2 squats, and then come forwards, and then step back, forwards, and step back. So feet a little bit narrower than your regular squat, and then just dropping that back knee down, keeping your chest up nice and high, and using those arms for balance. So try and use your opposite arm for balance if you can, or if you can't, don't worry. There we go. Last couple. And rest there. Okay, we're going to do an inchworm. Is this in the session today? Oh, maybe not. Okay, so bend your knees, walk your hands out in front, come into that high plank, squeeze your belly button in towards your back, and then walk your hands up and rise. Give me 3 more of them. So hinge from your hips, walk your hands forwards. You can come down onto your knees if you don't want to stay up on your toes. So coming down onto your knees here is a good kind of in-between option if you'd rather not be up on your feet. So give me one last one of these and then we're going to get going. Okay, right, okay. So marching on the spot is your first move. That's pretty self-explanatory. Step jacks is a jumping jack without the jump. Squats and a walking burpee are your first 4 moves. I'll give you a quick demo of each as we go. We've got 30 seconds work, 15 second rest. March on the spot is your first move. Get ready to go in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So lift those knees up and swing those arms. So hands are moving and arms are moving. Lift those legs nice and high and keep going. So if you want to keep this a little bit more controlled, you can just walk it out and march it out a little bit slower. If you're able to, you can go a little bit bigger with the movement and you can work a little bit harder and keep going for the full 30 seconds. So don't mind what level you're working at, as long as you're moving to the end of this 3rd beat. Okay, you get 15 seconds rest. So step jack, so it's like you're jumping jack, but 1 leg at a time. So as your arms come up, you tap your foot out to the side. So arms up, feet out, arms up, other foot out, off you go. So little bend in the standing leg, so small bend in this knee, and keep moving. So there's loads of things going on here. Your arms are working, your legs are working, so, and your core's engaged as well. So keep that tummy squeezed in, and like the same as before, you can slow it down or take out the arms if you want to make it a little bit more doable or a little bit more manageable. As long as you're moving, I do not mind which level you're at. Okay, so regular squats. We did this in the warm-up. Toes slightly turned out, knees and feet slightly wider than your hips. Sit your bottom back, keep your eyes looking forwards. Off you go. So sit your hips down and stand up. So again, pace yourself. Work at a nice steady pace that you can keep going for the full 30 seconds. And again, work on whatever range of movement you can manage. So if your squat is here, and that's the range of movement you've got, that's fine. If you can get a full depth squat, so your thighs come pretty much parallel to the floor, then that's fine as well. So horizontal is good, but whatever you can manage is cool as well. Right, walking burpees. Right, it's a great way to learn how to do a full jumping burpee as well. So bend your knees, hands come down, step back narrow, step in wide, and stand. So down, back, in, lift. So the key is to bring your feet back so they're just shoulder width, and then bring your feet in so they're wider than your hips and shoulders. So hands down, support through your core, so your tummy is helping you here. So back, in, lift. So down, don't put any pressure through your wrists as you land and lift. Right, 4 moves, done. We're going to do that again, so second time through, exactly the same moves, exactly the same timings. You ready? Steady. Oh, we've got 3 seconds. Ready? Let's go now. I missed Joseph time. So you know what the moves are. You know how hard you can work for the 30 seconds. So if you can march a little bit quicker, you think, go for it. But if you went a bit too crazy biscuits the last time, see if you can rein it back a bit so that you can keep working for the full 30. Nice. Keep those legs moving. Lift those knees a bit higher to make it a bit harder. So I need to lift my knees a bit more to make my hip flexors work a little bit harder. Keep going right to that final and third beat. Last 2 reps. Done. Okay. Step jacks. So support on the standing leg. This leg works pretty hard as you step out wide and then come back in and switch sides. Take out the arms if you don't want to work through your shoulders. Off you go. So you set a pace. Challenge yourself. So those guys are pretty familiar with these types of classes. Just go as fast as you can. Those guys that are trying this for the first time, just go at a pace that you can keep going. It is only 30 seconds. So you got loads of opportunity to set your pace and keep going at a nice easy speed. Right, 5 seconds. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Right, squats. We good? I'm a bit thirsty. Right. We right?
Yes.
Perfect. We've not done battle this week. Yes. Ready, set, off you go. We did a sub with Mark. So, nice and steady. Sit those hips back and stand up. How are we doing? Keep that chest high. Good form from these two, huh? Nice, keep going. Last little bit. Keep pushing right to the end. Keep moving up and down. Last few reps, where are we at? Oh, 10 seconds, easy. You get easy peasy for 10 seconds. Keep going, guys. Last little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, final 1. Okay, walking burpees. Again, you've had a practice round, so if you need to, take a little bit steady. If you reckon you can do this at a pretty decent pace, then pick up the speed, see if you can walk back and in a little bit quicker. Here we go. So down, back, in, lift. Down, back, in, rise. So down you go, back and forth with the legs. So step back into that high plank position. Try and keep those hips down and in line with the rest of your body when you walk back into that plank position. So that's the tough part. That's where your core's doing a load of work, is right here. And your legs and arms are helping out the rest of the time. Nice. Round 1 done. Okay. Round 2. 4 new moves, same timings and same format. Walking mountain climbers, I'll show you from the side. So on your hands and in high plank to begin. So up into high plank, and then you bring your knees under your chest. Do not run, walk at a pace that you can manage for the full 30 seconds, okay? If you don't want to be on your wrists, then standing high knee march is the same movement, all right? Lunge, knee lift, right. So on your right leg, lunge back and lift that right knee through. So lunge and lift. So lunge back, bend the front knee, bend the back knee, and as you bring everything up, you lift and drive that knee through. So it's back and forth in that movement. We'll do this side, then we'll do that side. And then plank jacks. So, yes, wait. So hold your high plank, and you're going to step out to the side. Because a full plank jack is with a jump. So we're going to take out the jump, and we're going to step and tap to the side. Modification on your knees, extend and reach and back, extend and reach and back. So from here, is that straight? So out and back in, out and back in, or up here, hold your high plank and then tap and back in, tap and back in. Okay, right, 10 seconds. Come down on the ground, hands on the floor, come into that high plank position, or get ready to come into that high plank position. Hands are touched wide with your shoulders, legs extended, off you go. So walking climbers, bring your knees under your chest as best you can. So I'm looking for you to set off at a speed. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Something around there that you can keep going for 30 seconds. Now this is quite a lot of work in your core and in your arms and shoulders. So if you need to take a rest and come to your knees for the count of 2 or 3, that's cool. Lift back up and give me a couple more reps. Well done. Okay. Stand on your left leg, step your right leg back. We're doing opposites. So I'm trying to do it so it's the other one for you guys, because they see the mirror image. Okay, so lunge back and drive through. Lunge back and lift. So drop and high. Sit low and kick high. So down and up. Bend both knees as you lunge back and drive that knee up as you lunge through. That's better, good. Good. So think about lifting that knee up. Don't kick your toe forwards. Drive that knee up towards the ceiling. Drop low, knee high. Drop low, knee high. Last one. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So stand on the other leg, and we're going to repeat that same exercise on the other side. So other leg's doing a bunch of work now. So on your right leg, step your left leg back. If you did the other side last time, it doesn't matter. Just switch the one you're doing. So take that foot behind you, sink that knee low, and as you come up, the knee drives up, and you swing your arms to help you move and to help your balance as well. So low and drive, low and drive. 7 seconds. So take this one a little bit slower, or reduce your range of movement if you need to. Right, plank jacks with a step or a walk out to the side. Option, folks, on this one, as well as being on your knees, is be on your elbows. So you can do it here. I'll do one round on my elbows, in fact, as I'm down here already. So tap your foot out wide and then come back to the middle. Now, hopefully, this might be looking a bit easier than it maybe is. This is quite a tough move to lift onto one foot. So don't panic if you're looking at me going, yeah, right. Just hold a good plank, either on your toes or on your knees, and just try and keep that back really strong and straight, and maybe just try and do one tap one side and then one last tap the other side. Okay, perfect. We're back. Oh, don't bother coming up, sorry. I did that last time, didn't I? I'm really sorry. Okay, so walking mountain climbers, back to this round of 4, back to this first move. Hands wide, legs extended, and then walk those knees under your chest. So this one is a good one, right? So you're not going at 1,000 miles an hour like sprinting pace, but you can go at a brisk walk, so this can still get your heart rate up and work pretty hard. There isn't much impact because you're not landing. Yes, you're pressing your foot behind you, but you're not jumping from a height. So it's a little bit better, a little bit more forgiving on our bodies. Last couple reps, final one, done. Okay, Lunge with that knee lift. Doesn't matter which side you start. Just pick one and go with it. So stand on one leg, get ready to step the other foot and leg back behind you. Ready, set, off you go. So lunge and drive. Ooh, wobble. So step back and lift. You can reduce that range of movement if you want to keep it a little bit safer. You're still going to work hard on that standing leg, but you can go a little bit bigger if you want. So you decide how much you want to move. Oh gosh. And if your balance is as good as mine, then you might be wobbling all over the place. So if you need to tap down to regain your balance, that's also fine. Hopefully this side's going to be a bit better. Okay. You'll have one side that's easier to balance than the other, right? Yes. Big time. Other side, swap over, get ready to step back and lunge through. Here you go. Right, let's go. So drop and drive. Oh no, this side's just as wobbly. How disappointing. Right, so drop and lift, drop and lift. So step back, up you come, drop down, up you come. Last 15 seconds of these, then we've got one more move, then we get a little bit more rest, then we're into our last and final block of work. Keep going, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, nice, okay, plank jacks. Remember your options here, so you can just hold a regular plank on your elbows or on your knees, whichever combo you want. Have a go at the one progression on from where you were before. So if you're on your knees, come up and have a go up on your toes for a few seconds. If you're holding just your regular plank without the step, try and have a go at tapping your foot out to the side. Then you can stay and hold for another few moments and then try and do another couple. So have a go at the next progression on. See if you can manage it. Last 2 seconds. Done. Okay. Right, so where are we at? Third and final round. I need a drink. Right, so last 4 moves. Again, the same format. So we've got push-ups, squat with that toe tap we did last week, Russian twists, and skaters. So a little bit of upper body, a little bit of lower body, and a little bit of core this round. So push-ups, you all know, knees or toes. Squat low, and you're going to tap your toe out to the side. So stay low in your squat is a tough one for that one. Russian twists, that's my knee, is here, feet down or feet up. And then your step skaters is like a side step basically. But a little bit of balance required here if you want to make it harder. Put your foot down behind you if you want to make it a little bit more easy on your balance. Okay, come down on the ground because we've got push-ups for our first exercise. Hands just to touch wide with your shoulders. I'm going to show you a modification first off. So in a box shape, so on your hands and knees, on all fours, is your modified push-up. And again, go with whatever range of movement you can manage. So if you're here, that's fine. And then your progression, like these guys are doing, is on your knees and come back and forth, up and down, like so. Or your progression, if you're a little bit stronger in your upper body, but just don't want the impact, is do your full push-up. I can probably do one more. Right. Okay. They weren't great, were they? So squat with that side step. So feet are just a little bit narrower than your normal position. You're going to sit your bum back and stay low and stay here, and you're going to tap one foot out wide, then the other. So you stay in this seated position. So you're going to try and keep your bum down and your chest up as you tap one leg out wide and then the other. If you need to stand up and give the legs a shake off before you come back into it, that's fine. But try and stay as low as you can in this squat position as you're tapping those legs out to the side. Last one. I'm going to do one more to be even. Okay, down on the ground again. So have a seat. Whoop. Okay, so everything hip width, toes and knees. Tilt back a little bit. Start with your heels down. Start with your heels down. And then imagine you're holding on to a ball or a weight. Potentially lean back a bit further, Lily. Make it a bit harder. So sitting more upright is easier. Leaning back further is a little bit harder. Lifting one leg or one heel off the floor is a bit harder still. Lifting both heels and legs off the floor is even harder again. But if that gets too much, you can always put one or both heels back down, or you can sit a little bit higher, but keep moving. Last 2 seconds. Done. All right. Fourth move this round, and then we've got 1 set to go and we're done. Right, step skaters. So you're going to step, sorry Anthea, you're going to step side to side, but you can balance here if you want to make the standing leg work a bit harder. So you can stay low. So this is a non-jumping version of your speed skater. So there's your full option. Your non-jumping option is a step, but you're still loading and working the standing leg loads as you move from side to side. If you need to tap that toe back down behind you to get your balance, then that's fine, because you also get a little bit of oblique work here too. So the reason you do the twist is that you work your obliques in the side of your jaw. Loads of things. Right, what are we at now? Push-ups. Push-ups, push-ups. Right, how are we doing? Last 4 moves. 2 minutes work and we're finished. Ready, set, off you go. Right then. What I said at the start was I want you to try and pace yourself on each move that you can keep going for that 30 seconds. So this one is a challenge. This one is tough to try and keep going. So feel free to modify and bring yourself into that all fours position if you need to allow to keep yourself going for the next 3 seconds. But I reckon you can do it. One more. Ah! Okay. Right. 3 to go. Feet narrow. Knees in. Sit that bum back. I'm not going to go into my squat any earlier than I have to because I want the rest. Ready, set, here we go. So sit and then tap. Right. 30 seconds only, and then we're into our final minute of work. Cruising. So I'm hoping you've been working pretty hard despite no jumping. So just thought it was good to do a different class that didn't involve like jumping up and down and hammering your body into the ground, but you can still get a good cardiovascular and muscular endurance work out of this. So you've got 1 more set, done. Right, Russian twist, sit down. I think this is harder than that Tabata one, to be honest. It's just a bit longer work, isn't it? Right, a little bit more endurance required. So tilt back, feet up or down, and keep moving side to side. So the thing that makes this a bit harder is you're working for 30 seconds. So I can up the ante with this one and do some 45-second ones. I might try that for next week. So I might do some different moves. We might work for a bit longer because I reckon you guys are a little bit stronger than you think you are. You've got 9 seconds. Try and keep moving. Even if you put your heels down, keep moving. Keep twisting side to side. Final couple reps. Done. Up you get. Last one. Step skaters. Last 30 seconds of work. Here we go. Ready? Last 5 seconds. Rest. And then we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So step and tap. Step and tap. Or step and swing and balance. You can go as fast as you want to go. You've got 19 seconds work and we are finished. Keep working, guys. Keep moving. Like I said, pace yourself. I want you to keep going for the last 8 seconds. Step and twist, step and twist. Last little bit. 3, 2, 1. Done. Right. I think we're finished. That wasn't so bad after all, was it? Right. Guys, we are done for today. So there's 2 good options tonight. That Tabata session we did earlier, or this shush, sorry, or that low impact session we've just done. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow for seated in the afternoon or circuits in the evening. Bye bye.